Ooh. Preparing to live stream, setting you up for YouTube.
All right.
And we are live. Yay! Yay. All right, I'm just adjusting my screen so I can see the chat. I'm gonna like this video because I do like this video. All right, let's see. Good morning, beautiful people coming online. Just setting this all up, getting ready for you. Yeah. Oh, fun. All right, cool. Can you see the chat, Taryn?
I can't see the chat, so this is so fun that it's like a mystery on my end.
Oh, okay, so like you can read me the questions and I can read you what's going on in the chat.
Absolutely. It's so awesome to be here. Hi, everybody.
Welcome everyone to the KAIA RA Daily Transmission. I'm so happy to be back here with you today. It's Friday, and as we all know, that means it's Q&A day. And it's so great to see everyone blowing up the chat this morning. I'd love to welcome you to meet one of our beautiful team angels. This is Taryn Rose. Many of you have met her in the chat, and Taryn is a part of our community development team. She's our community development coordinator. And so Taryn's really helping us hold the vision for where we're going as an international community with our Sophia Circle leaders and our mystery school and our live events. And at any time you can book a free call with Taryn to discuss our upcoming events, our upcoming certification program, the Sophia Circle Leadership Certification Program. And we just have so much to offer that's coming up this year, and it really starts in like 10 days. So what I love about Taryn is that she has an extensive background in mystery school training before she came to the Sophia Code movement. So she really understands the concerns that can arise when you are investing in mystery school programs and curriculums and events. And she's been to a lot of our events. She is in the process of being certified as a Sophia Circle leader. And, you know, so there isn't any question that you can pose to Taryn that she can't meet you right where you're at, whether you're a beginner on your spiritual path, or if you're an advanced light worker and you have your own platform, Taryn is here for you. And so are our other team angels. So welcome, Taryn, to the KAIA RA Daily Transmission.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, KAIA RA. It's an absolute honor to be here, and I'm so excited for Q&A Friday. You know, yeah. One of the great get-tos, you know, part of working on this team and supporting our movement is being able to connect through the heart waves to all of our community worldwide. And what I love so much is how over these last several months with these daily transmissions, they've been so powerful. And I've seen our community really weaving together. We've been getting a lot more calls and people really just like sharing their transformation and bringing in some incredible questions. It's so amazing to see us working as one body. And so I've been gathering lots of feedback, and so which rolls us into today's theme of the Q&A is that here we are, the month of leadership, we're just like gearing up with our cowgirl hats on for Austin. And so there's a lot of questions coming in the field about our events. And I would just love to go on the rodeo and let's throw down some Q&A.
Yeah, I love that. For those of you who are attending Austin's only 10 days away. So if you're attending live, please be sure to bring a cowgirl hat or a cowboy hat and your cowgirl boots, because day 2, I'm gonna be in my Taryn, you gonna be in your cowgirl boots? Because I've
got my boots. I'm gonna
get my gosh. You're gonna get into that rodeo of stepping up to the mic live with me on stage. And it is literally one of my favorite offerings that I do. And this is the first time I've ever done it outside of our Sophia Circle leadership container. So Austin is only 10 days away, and we did get so many questions over the past couple of weeks coming in. Taryn came to me, it's just like, can we just use some of that Q&A time so that we can answer these questions like for everyone to receive at once.
Yeah.
And so thanks for making this happen, Taryn, and I'm happy to participate. And if you're joining us for the virtual access pass, you can wear your cowgirl or your cowboy hat that way too, and connect with us in that really fun, spicy cowgirl energy that we're bringing to Austin.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, let's just jump right in. One of the first questions that came in is, so this is all related to the Austin Sovereign Spiritual Leadership Immersive. And we have some lovely angels asking, what is the difference between the Austin Immersive in person versus the virtual experience?
Great question. We didn't know how challenging it was going to be to get a video crew to actually live stream our conference. So hi, Sophia. Sophia is like, this is fun. We're doing something different on YouTube Live today. Can I be a part of it? Sophia, you're up. Tell them the difference between the live conference.
Hi, Sophia.
So the live conference, of course, in person, you're getting blasted, right? With the activations, you're getting to experience how multidimensional this transmission is in person. And you get the opportunity to directly interact with me in person, which is a whole other level of interacting with me virtual. It's night and day. And so this virtual access pass, because a good part of our conference is happening outdoors, we're going to have this beautiful ceremonial fire pit. And so we actually have 4 outdoor fire dragon ceremonies. So the fire dragon ceremonies are not included in the limited access conference pass. However, we are in this beautiful renovated barn with like these gorgeous chandeliers and a stage, like a whole setup to do that step up to the mic workshopping and community dialogue that we're going to go really fierce with over those 2.5 days. Everything that we can get inside, we're gonna do our best to offer you. There's a lot of dynamic workshopping that happens, but we're able to provide that access in the interior space, and so it's of course I wish we could present all of it, right? Taryn is like, I wish we could bring those cameras everywhere, but there's such a kind of a big rig that goes with what we're doing to produce this live as a live broadcast. That this is what you receive with the virtual access conference pass. You will receive the teachings. You will get to witness how I am mentoring and channeling for people on stage as they step up to the mic. You'll get to witness how the community dialogue that's unfolding. That's extremely powerful. And that transmission is going to be a big part of activating your leadership wherever you are in the world tuning in live. So it's extremely rich if you can join us in person. And there's also going to be a wealth of knowledge and insight and training that you receive if the virtual access conference passes is what you can do for this particular event.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that, KAIA. It's even when you can't be there in person, like I just always love to tell our community, especially with our international angels, is that when we are working as a collective together, it's like I can be here and you can be there and we are still receiving the double blessings. So, just really want our international community to feel supported, and it's just so wonderful that we get to even broadcast it. Like, that's incredible. So thank you. Thanks for making that happen.
Oh yeah, we worked really hard to make that happen, and thanks for honoring that. It was a team effort.
Yeah. And just so everyone knows, you do get the replay. So whether you're in person or attending virtually, if you were, in case you miss a day, you will receive the replay shortly after the event. So yay.
And if you can't attend in person, what's so powerful about these 2 events, because we have Sedona coming up in August, and Sedona is, so Austin, this May, we're doing what's called Sovereign Spiritual Leadership. And Sedona is Psychic Sovereign Spiritual Leadership. So the Sedona Immersive builds upon the Austin teachings. So if you can't be with us in person in Austin, join us through that virtual access pass, because that content is going to deeply prepare you for how we're going to blow the lid off of reality in Sedona in August.
I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, a little burst of fire.
Just a little, starburst.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So this is a really great question. And I think this can apply to a lot of our events, but in particular with Austin. This angel says, I'm a total yes. How can I prepare for the Austin Immersive?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the best way to prepare for Austin is to, I think, really take some time to set your intentions about why you think you're going to Austin for your leadership. And maybe even have this experience of writing down what your intentions are, really taking them in, and then go light them on fire. Have a little witchy fire ceremony in the backyard and light that thing on fire. And then maybe even burn a stick of incense and say a little prayer that goes something like, I open my heart to receiving beyond my wildest dreams. I open my mind to accepting the power of my leadership in this world beyond any limitations I have ever experienced in this lifetime or others. Like, I open my body, heart, and mind to the miraculous blessing me every day that I am in Austin. And I let go of my control of how that's going to happen, so that I can open up to receive in a quantum exponential level that's going to blow my mind.
Mic drop. With that's really powerful.
You can think you're going to know what's happening when you come to our events, but the truth is it's so multidimensional. You are walking amidst ascended masters for 2.5 days straight. Like, good luck trying to grasp your monkey mind around that. It's just like, what's going to happen is your whole life is going to change, not just one part of your life. You're going to walk away with permanent psychic surgical shifts in every level of your being. And you're going to walk out of that space, and you're going to walk into the next chapter of your life. Everything that you bring to that conference is going in the fire. And as you walk forward, you're walking into your new life through an integrated sovereignty that's going to change everything in your reality. It was like one of my elders used to say about when we would go to her ceremonies, she'd be like, the only thing that's going to change is everything. It's like, God bless you, Eagle Bear. It's just like, and that's the truth. The only thing that's going to change is everything. And so to how do we start to open our hearts to that? Well, I think it's good to just data dump all of our ideas, all of our expectations, which are really great to have, because chances are good at least part of that is part of the original vision as to why your higher self wants you to be there live, whether it's virtually or in person. And then as that gets all data dumped out of your body, heart, mind, and ego structure, then you can light it on fire and say, what is meant to be will come to be out of this intention. But I also release my need to control so that I can receive at a far greater level than I ever have before. So that's a little bit about how that kind of dragon magic works.
That is really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. In preparation for ceremony, it's amazing what starts to come up in our field and in our personal life as when we say yes to ceremony, and as we're preparing the way in arriving, no matter what it is we're doing. It's like, I just see how, a lot of people have been asking, like, is there a certain initiation should I be doing, or a specific curriculum? And so I think you just answered that really beautifully, KAIA RA.
Well, yeah, should you complete all 8 key codes in the Sophia Code, the initiations? Probably would help you stand in the dragon fire. And would it be helpful to explore the Stargate 2 curriculum material? Yes, but that's also an extremely rich dense curriculum. So even if you just go in and touch in on some of the teachings about the creatrix archetype, the teacher archetype, the healer archetype, and which is all available in that Stargate 2 curriculum, that content along with the key code initiations are really gonna get the wheels turning for the content we'll be discussing live on stage. So I think that's kind of a both intuitive prep as well as that, that educational preparation, as well as just making sure your divine genome is activated. I mean, for the love of God, we're going to hang out with dragons for 3 days. So let's make sure that foundation's in place, right?
Absolutely. And just a side note, if anyone is just tuning in and you're new to KAIA RA's channel and the teachings of the Sophia Code, you know, this event we're speaking of in Austin, it is open to everyone. So yeah, you know, explore a Team Angel call with us. You can always write us in at events@kaira.com if you want to explore a deeper conversation in regards to that. So, okay, I really love this last question, KAIA RA. All right, so this is the question. This is a really beautiful reflection and question. The more I'm called to step into a new role of leadership, the more I'm scared of my own power. Will you be sharing different types of spiritual tools in Austin to support me in burning away this fear?
Oh my God.
I can feel that.
Yeah. So that is, it's so funny, like how many people are afraid of the word leadership, but they want to be leaders. Like our platform, our container attracts people who are naturally called to leadership, whether they are willing to accept that or not. And so leadership comes with responsibility. It comes with a journey of stepping into your integrity. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. And so when we're talking about the subject of power, we're talking about the subject of you. You are the power. You are literally the divine power coursing into this world. And your human body, your human mind, your human ego structure genuinely wants to come into alignment with the power that you already are, whether it knows it or not. And so this is a big reason why I create these live events. It's because I have an opportunity to not be interrupted for 2.5 to 3 days to download professional tools, skills, and most importantly, the embodied example of being committed to living in my power for the past 20 years of service and leadership and channeling. So, and you get to witness like the team angels in, you know, what it's like for them to lead and be in their power with all of their feelings about it. It's like our power is essential to claim, to own, and to reconcile with. Learning how to be in a relationship with our feelings about our power is also essential. So you have two pieces, you know, that are happening simultaneously in the journey of self-mastery as we step into leadership. And the number one way to take a quantum leap in navigating your fears about being in power and leadership is to be around other powerful people that are no longer living in terror of their personal power. It's like, it's one of the reasons why I wrote on the conference informational page, it was like, be fire and there's no problem with fire, right? Be your power and there's no problem with power. It's only when we are separated from our power or think our power is going, we don't have the power to be in a good way with our power, that things get squirrely and weird. And the ego structure starts doing all these weird shenanigans that distract us and circle us away from our personal power. It's when we drop in through the spiritual technology of our body and we learn how to be in a relationship with our feelings as we embody the divinity of our higher self, that we discover the safest place we can be is in direct relationship with our power every day, not running away from it. So we're going to be having really powerful conversations about power, really like riveting conversations and dialogues, community dialogues about the underbelly of spiritual leadership, what it does mean to lead when more people have their eyes on you, what it does mean to even be attacked, verbally or emotionally, for your leadership, for stepping into your power, and what it takes to keep your heart open and keep expanding into your leadership and power, which means every time you do, you're becoming unplugged from codependency and stepping into the radiance of your sovereignty. It's like, if you want to know what that really feels like, come spend 3 days with us. Like, you want to know what the ocean feels like to swim and jump in the ocean with us of this consciousness and discover that you can swim with us too. You've got your fins, you've got your wings, you can lead through your sovereignty in unexpected ways. And you get to witness so many different approaches to as everyone is with you at this conference, like how they're embodying their courage, even with all their fear. Like, leadership isn't about never feeling fear. Like, good luck with that one. It's about showing up even as fear is there, and discovering that you are more powerful than your fears, and that you are more worthy of a life than being a beautiful life, than being held back by these fears. And so much of the beauty we want to create in our life is directly woven into our divine purpose. So if you're holding back from your divine purpose, you're not fully blossoming in every aspect of your life. And to answer your question, yes, heavens, yes. We're going to get in the rodeo of that conversation about personal power, and we're going to grab that conversation by the horns, and we're not going to get thrown in any way. In fact, we're just going to ride it and ride it and ride it until we win.
I love that. I love that so much. What a beautiful reflection. It's like that personal power piece. I mean, I can see where that applies to someone who's just beginning the journey of stepping into leadership, and are leaders that are incredibly seasoned and have been leading their own platforms. Like, our personal power can be so frightening because we can instantly manifest. And that's what we learn how to do more and more with these Sophia Code teachings and everything that we're doing and advancing. It's incredible. So thank you, KAIA.
Thank you so much for being here, Taryn. These are such great and thoughtful questions coming in from our community. I'm so grateful that you're there, receiving these questions.
Yeah, thank you. It's really a blessing to be able to, work with our community and be able to hear what's coming in the field, and then get to ask you these questions. This is so fun. I love it. Thank
you. So do you want to share them more details about Austin?
Yeah, so anyone that is just learning about our Austin Immersive, we are beginning May 2nd. May 2nd through the 4th. And then we have a special additional ceremony day. All these details are on the website. Our team angels in the chat, which I can't see right now, but they will be posting links to learn more about our immersive. But we will be, we'll be going strong for 3 full days together. And
Taryn, you had to step up to the mic session.
Oh.
You want to share about your step up to the mic session and what it's like to be in a room of people that get to do a step up to the mic session? Because this was something we used to do in our VIP mentorship exclusively for only either people who had done multiple curriculums or Sophia Circle leadership. And last year I got the message from the Ascended Masters that this offering it's just like such fire, and it's so needed that I needed to open it up to the public. And that those who were ready would be guided to find this offering that it's like pure fire. So Taryn, this is how I met Taryn. This is actually how Taryn became a team angel. Taryn applied to be at the VIP Mentor Immersive, and we accepted her application. And so Taryn was in a room of, I believe, is it like 18 individuals?
Yeah.
The immersive, it was a very small gathering that we had produced in Sedona, Arizona, and Sedona is already like lit with, being a vortex of crystalline energy. So Taryn, what was it like to dance with the dragon fire of a VIP step up to the mic experience?
Oh my gosh, Kaya, thank you for asking. It's such a special experience that I'll never forget because it was shortly after I finished reading the Sophia Code, and I was like, I need to know who this KAIA RA is, and I'm going to meet her in person. And so I was that that person that like signed up for everything. And I'm just like, I'm in it. I want to go dance with the dragon. And there was a part of me that was really scared, but I also knew that like I was stepping into a space in my life of really like rising as the phoenix, and who better to go dance with other than Kaya. And so I remember, you know, that day I was the last person to go that day. And I'm like, no, you're going to do it, Taryn. You're going to get up there. You're going to own that stage. And I just called upon the Ascended Masters, and I walked up to that stage, and Kaya, you know, you so beautifully create that space for anyone that's with like in the audience to really feel held and supported in the sense that like we are in it's the sacred temple keeping guidelines that you really uphold, that I'm like, it felt like I got my Joan of Arc sword. I went up to the stage and I claimed and owned that stage. And I remember just looking at you and I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing? What is my divine purpose? And that session, when I had the opportunity to dialogue with you, it was like I finally just felt home, and like I dropped into like, this is my divine purpose. This is why I'm here. I'm here to be on this stage right now. And not only are others compassionately witnessing my journey of going deeper into my heart, of trying to understand for so long in my life, like, what is divine purpose? What is my divine purpose? What is my unique key code? And having that opportunity with you, it just like blew open the doors. And I knew there was going to be an integration period, and it was like, you're going to be crawling for a while. But, but what I want to say about being a part of the VIP immersive was like being in the audience with a step up to the mic session. The opportunity that you have as an attendee is phenomenal, because it's like we're all collectively working as one, and a lot of our own, you know, our feelings, our fears, our questions, like everything is working as that one golden dragon body. And things that I had coming up, it was like someone else would go up to the stage and I would get the answer. Like we were all receiving double, triple, quadruple blessings back and forth, because we got to like be in that temple space together. And there's nothing more empowering sometimes than like just witnessing someone's own growth and transformation. It's what connects us. And it's just so awesome. Thanks for asking.
You just articulated that so beautifully. I mean, just think about that journey. You stepped up to the mic that day, and here we are on YouTube Live together, Taryn.
I know, seriously, I will tell you, like, KAIA RA said to me, she's like, you get down on your hands and knees. I can't say some of the things that you did, but it was like, you get down on your hands and knees and pray, and you go out there and you march and you call in and you command forth what it is that you like. What do you want in your life? Like, what are you standing for? Like, run towards it. And that fire, that like ever since that day, I mean, it just gave me laser focus. And I'm like, you know what? We just have to walk into the fire sometimes and be willing to just let it all burn down. And this is the kind of community that we have, right?
Yes.
So we get to do this together. So you're not alone. If you're terrified, like, it's all right. Be terrified. We're next to you. We got you. It's
with cowgirl hats on, cowgirl. Yeah, it's going to be super fun.
It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait.
I know. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that so much. It's so in alignment with the dragon fire energy that's coming in Austin. And it's like, what I love about what you're sharing, Taryn, is it's so surreal being the channel at the center of that container, like opening the stargates for that much Ascended Master energy, that much Star Nation energy, that much angelic order energy to come forward and to witness all the beings activating attendees on stage, and like to be downloading all the information that they need and to be carrying and channeling for the community at the same time. Like the way that you were able to articulate what it was like to experience that, because we do have very strict tempo guidelines, because we want that to be an incredibly emotionally safe environment for profound transformation to occur at a quantum level. It's like the gift that you just gave is so huge. It's such a healing to my heart, because I don't always know how to talk about it. It's just like, it really is so multidimensional and people receive so much. I think we just need to be getting more people talking about it. Clearly it's dawning upon me, like, yeah, if you have had an experience at one of our events, please share in the chat or in the video replay. You know, it's like, I love reading and hearing about everyone's perspective, because this is extremely special what happens at the Sophia Code events. It's really unlike anything on the planet. And we're working really hard to make that available to as many people as possible. So thanks for sharing about your step up to the mic session. It's so powerful. Your vulnerability, just what you shared, is just such the gift for everyone, right? Because everyone feels vulnerable. Step up to the mic. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
Thanks for allowing me to share.
You're welcome. So should we talk about anything else?
What's going on in the chat? Because I can't see what's going on in the chat.
Right? There's so much happening in the chat. It's so beautiful. I think there's one other thing that I should be able, I just realized what the time was. We were having so much fun. I'm like, oh my God, we've been here for a minute.
Oh.
Hey, y'all, if you're feeling this video, if you're enjoying this conversation with Taryn and I, please remember to like this video. And if you're new to our channel and you want to explore how much amazing free content we offer, please be sure to subscribe to my channel as well at KAIA RA Official. And we are sending out an email announcement today about Paris. I think we should talk about Paris. If you haven't watched the recent KAIA RA Daily transmission where I make my Paris announcement that we landed the venue, this extraordinary venue in Paris, that's the next stop on the Dragon Ride. After Austin, I'll be in Paris on June 15th for a Sophia Code ceremony, channeling planetary grid work that we're going to do in the heart of Paris for the future of humanity's sovereignty. And we'll be concluding with a Sophia Code book signing. So the Sophia Code became a bestseller in French during the pandemic. And it was heartbreaking for me to have a best-selling book that I couldn't go and celebrate with our readers and our mystery school students and our leaders in Europe. And so this is really exciting that we're going to be in Paris on June 15th. And if you're watching in Europe and you'd like to get on the phone with Taryn or one of our team angels to ask any questions about that event, you can also reach out to us at events@kaira.com. So get details going out about that today. And anything else, Taryn? I think we covered a lot of ground today.
We covered a lot of ground today. There is, just want to mention on the web, on KAIARA.com's website, there is, there's a jot form that you can fill out to be put on the waiting. Well, tickets are going to become available, right? So, but you guys got to be there. How exciting is Paris? What a blessing for.
Be sure to get your cowgirl hat or your cowboy hat if you're going to join us in Austin, whether it's virtual access pass or in person. We're going to kick the tires of that stage. We're going to get into that rodeo transformation with y'all. We love you all so much. Thank you, Taryn. This has been so much fun to connect with you live today.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you, everyone. I can't see in the chat, but blessings to all of you. Have an amazing weekend.
We love you all so much, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you back here live for the KAIA Daily transmission on Monday morning.